The new Ford Ranger Sport has launched, and with it comes a new look and cabin experience. It's been so hotly anticipated that most of the people I discuss it with develop an almost feral-like gleam in their eyes. The 2023 Ford Ranger is almost all new from the ground up. The central body structure, including the cabin, door openings, and glasshouse, are close to the same as the PX Series Ranger in size and shape, with a few revisions, while everything else, including the chassis, sheet metal, interior, powertrains, cargo tub, and suspension, are either new or heavily revised. Good set of headlights is important, particularly if you're out in regional Australia. The Ranger's LEDs are nice and bright, and the presence of cornering lights is particularly welcome. The new truck looks like the unibody Maverick matured into a mid-size body-on-frame truck, using similarly boulder wheel arches, which now have a side step located behind them. Ford stretched the Ranger's wheelbase by 2.0 inches and widened the track also by 2.0 inches, which should help improve its ride. The new truck will use a similar suspension setup as the current truck, but Ford positioned the rear dampers outside of the frame rails. Ford pulled its 3.0-liter Lion V6 engine out of mothballs for the new Ranger, but it has been heavily revised and upgraded since it last appeared in an Australian Ford-badged vehicle, the SC Ford Territory Diesel. It was 2.7-liter in capacity back then, but now it is a 3.0-liter as it was recently used in the Ford F-150 Power-Stroke full-size pickup truck. This Ford the 5th diesel engine now produces 184 kilowatts of power and 600 newton-meters of torque, which eclipses the 147 kilowatts and 470 newton-meters of the 3.2-liter engine it replaces in the PX Ranger. Ford Ranger sports 10-speed automatic transmission, which has been heavily revised for this new application over how it appeared in the previous PX generation of Ranger. The Ranger Sport came with 18-inch alloy wheels and spare with machine face and asphalt black accent. Inside, the Ranger's cabin receives a modern look with an available digital gauge display, textured dashboard trim, and honeycomb-patterned air vents. Most of the truck's various controls and buttons have been digitized and are now part of the infotainment system. Ford has incorporated several interior storage solutions into the new Ranger's interior design, including a hidden upper glove box in the dashboard, larger door pocket cubbies, and storage located under the truck's rear seat. The Ranger Sport's aging interior and infotainment system was in dire need of a refresh, and the next-gen's cabin looks to be a huge improvement. A 10.1-inch touchscreen is standard, though Ford's massive vertically oriented 12.0-inch unit is available, and they both run its SYNC4 infotainment system that can control drive modes and show off-road controls. There's a newly available wireless cheering pad and forward extended cargo space in the doors and under the rear seats. Ford has included dials rather than buttons for the most used functions of audio volume and temperature controls, as these are faster and easier to use than slow-responding buttons that can be difficult to locate quickly when your eyes are on the road. You do still get properly sized cup holders in the center console, however, as well as a slot just the right size for fries from Macca's. Grayish gloss metal trim and unusual patterned hard plastic can be found on the front of the dashboard, helping to break up the black plastic. There's also some unusual patterned plastic trim on the doors, somewhat reminiscent of the Escape. The seats are comfortable, though the D-Max may have a slight edge here, while the steering wheel has tilt and telescopic adjustment. You can also use the Ford Pass app to view information like the fuel level remotely or to lock and unlock the vehicle, with the level of connectivity on offer in the Ford surpassing that of rivals. Speaking of the rear seats, some owners have complained that it can be difficult to fit child seats in the back, but it sounds like this is more related to the models of seats they are using and the length of the tether straps. There are rear air vents back here, plus a 12V outlet. The lack of USB outlets, however, is disappointing. If you're using the Ranger as a family vehicle, as so many people are these days, you'll find Isofix and top tether anchor points for the two outboard seats. The back enjoys map and device pockets plus under-seat storage. The rear tray has been designed to fit a forklift pallet, so it's definitely large enough to fit your gear. The rear cargo area comes with a black sports bar, rear box illumination, a bed liner with a 12-volt socket, securing points at the front of the load box, box capping with integrated fixing points for added sheet metal protection, a rear load box step for easy side access, and a lighter tailgate, thanks to Ford's Easy Lift Assist system. A built-in trailer wiring setup is also included, as well as the tow bar itself for Ranger Sport. The company didn't forget the essentials like maintaining a 3,500 kilograms towing capacity, 6,400 kilograms GCM, close to a ton payload, 934 kilograms in the Sport V6, 800 millimeters wading depth, and better than average overhangs and clearance.